Hi, this is Christopher Gatelock, and today Moira and I are exploring a glen with a waterfall that Moira heard about from a friend that lives in nearby Strathcona. It's called Glenbranter, and the walk is called the Lauder Walk after Sir Harry Lauder, a former owner of the Glenbranter estate that all of this is located on. There is supposed to be a wonderful waterfall on this walk called the Allt Robuic, and the waterfall is the main goal of our outing today. We're here in the middle of July 2021, and so far this summer has been unusually dry with little rainfall in the area for a few weeks. Usually this kind of weather spells doom for capturing good waterfall landscape images, since the action of the water is what is so often the center of attention. In spite of the low rainfall amounts recently, we're going to check out Allt Robuic anyway. We've been more than one time, most every place we've hiked since we have been living in Scotland, in order to capture the best images and drone footage. The reason is partly because the weather here is so unpredictable, but also, as any landscape photographer knows, it usually takes more than one visit to a place to figure out the proper logistics, ideal weather conditions, and other important particulars of a place before you'll be able to get the best shot possible. Regardless of the situation we discover today, we will be back again sometime in the future when there's been more rainfall. We live about an hour's drive from here, and while it's been forecasting rain every day, it seems like, for the last 2 or 3 weeks, there's actually been very little rain. So we were kind of hesitant about to come up here, which we actually hadn't planned on coming here. We're going to Puck's Glen again, but Moira had heard about this place from a friend of hers, so we just stopped off. It's really beautiful, but what I was saying, it definitely looks like it's been raining here, which is good for the waterfalls. Hopefully there'll be enough water to make the waterfalls interesting enough for some good photographs and video. Come to another stop in the road. A lot of dead trees all in one place, isn't it? Must have been a disease. Anyway, the waterfall trail goes straight ahead. Been on a half mile or so of just like a roadway path. We're getting back into the woods again now, into the glen. Waterfalls. Or at least running water anyway. Stream, a berm, waterfall. We'll find out in a moment. Beautiful.
It's really not any water, is there?
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. Well, this is the waterfall we got down to, and boy, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful, and especially for no more water than there actually is. If there'd been several days rain before we got here, this waterfall would be totally amazing. But I've been here for the last 30 minutes trying to get some different shots in 2 different places and being eaten alive by midges. In case you don't know what a midgie is, a midgie is kind of like the United States and most other countries that have mosquitoes. Is kind of like the counterpart to a mosquito, only actually it's worse. Midges are tiny, tiny, tiny little things, almost like a gnat, and their bite, it really, really hurts. Mosquitoes bite you, and it may hurt a little bit when they actually bite you, but the worst part about it is that it itches. The midges, when they bite you, it just hurts. And so I had my anti-midgie repellent on, and that helped a lot. But they just swarm, and makes it very difficult to do anything because they're all over you. Even if you have repellent on you and you're not being bitten, they're still in the way. Really a pest. So finally got my shots that I wanted, and I actually think they're going to be pretty good. I'm really excited to see what happens when I get to the house and put them on the computer. But I think actually a midgie bit me in the one place that you can't put repellent, and that's right in the corner of my right eye. And it's hurting pretty bad, but anyway, as a rule, I don't get bothered too much by biting bugs. They don't like me for whatever reason. But anyway, we'll continue on with our hike. I basically think that was the waterfall in this hike, but the rest of the trail follows the burn, it looks like, or at least around it. And so there's plenty to see here. You know, Scotland has so many places like this. Beautiful, beautiful landscapes with rivers, burns, waterfalls. And there are so many of them. There are a lot that are completely unknown. I mean, it's just like this one. We've never heard of it. And we've been around this thing at different places ever since we've been here. Puck's Glen is just down the highway. We've been to Puck's Glen maybe like 4 times. And, but they're little nuggets. And if you can find them, it's just truly amazing. I mean, there's nobody here today but us. And this is actually the middle of the tourist season, although COVID's put dampers on that. But still, there's nobody here, and the reason is because nobody knows about this place. Yeah, there's another waterfall right down there. No way to get a shot of that, not unless I'm going to do some rock climbing. There's some things you just don't do when you're 66 years old.